Drivers have more safety technology in their cars today than ever, but when new drivers are learning how to drive, are they being taught how to use it?
Yeah, Tony looks into the topic in today's Behind the Wheel.
After 8 years as a driving instructor, Tim Beckham has seen it all.
I mean, I've had some pretty insane situations with some students.
Of course, rookie drivers making mistakes are nothing new, but what is changing is the level of driver assist technology in the cars they're driving. Things like lane departure correction, blind spot detection, and adaptive cruise control.
I really love the adaptive cruise control because you can set your following distance. Following distance is so important. It takes longer to stop than people realize.
But that new technology poses a problem for those training our next generation of drivers.
We're at the beginnings of a transition period where we're getting some of this technology, but we have a lot of cars that don't or have very little of the technology, and that's going to be like that for a while.
In fact, we may still be 1 or 2 generations away before self-driving cars are the norm.
It's going to be my kids, their kids, that's really going to embrace all of this.
Until then, Tim says before using driver assist technology, new drivers should practice the basic principles of driving for at least 5 to 10 hours. Things like
Speed control, smooth braking, it's turns, it's lane changes, it's following distance. I think following distance is probably the biggest one that people struggle with the most. Getting them to understand how to operate a vehicle first and foremost is going to be the safest thing. Then the technology will just enhance their driving.
Now, some suggest the current influx of driver assist technology is actually making us less safe. They say it adds distraction and makes us less attentive. But until cars are fully autonomous, nothing can take the place of a focused, well-trained, alert driver.
It can't save us from everything, but if we are attentive and we're driving well and we're driving safe, and then we add in this technology, we're going to be much safer on the road.
And yeah, knowing all this does make Tim a better driver, but a little less fun on a road trip.
My wife, yeah, she gets annoyed at me sometimes, but I try to turn it off when I'm actually not on the clock.
Tim, the man who knew too much.
Yeah.
Tony Martinez, Fox 12 Oregon. I'm so tuned into following distance now that if I ride with anybody else, I'm a nervous wreck.
I agree.
I am just like,
completely agree with you.
But it's kind of a new development for me in my life.
Yeah.
Truly. No, it is. Like as later into my adult years, kind of recognizing how much time you really need to stop.
Well, and Tim was saying too that he'll talk to parents of students that he's teaching who have like, oh, my car's got this, and he's like, well, the car they're training in has none of that.
Right.
So, you know, that can create confusion in the mind of a student who's learning how to
Know the basics first. That's the most important thing, right?
You know what's interesting though? I remember always thinking, oh, my kids, I want them both to know how to drive a stick shift, just in case. And then as they became of driving age, I'm like, I'm never around a car with a stick shift.
That
I mean, I
one's
know
over,
you
I'm
are,
afraid.
but you know, it's like, okay.
I still drive one, but no one else does.
My 22-year-old son goes to Europe quite often,
Oh,
and
yeah.
most everything there is
There you
stick
go.
shift.
Exactly.
So
There's a reason.
he borrowed his buddy's Saab to learn how to do it. Yeah, yeah. So
it.
they're still
Good
out there.
story, though.